2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Let's take a moment to look at how officials are calling the game now. Much greater restraint, whistling fouls when defenders remain vertical around
they're
the
doing
rim.
a good
Nice
job. They're
development,
allowing
would you
shot
say,
blockers
Shaq?
to be rim protectors. They're just basically letting them do their job, and they're cutting down on the cheap ticky-tack fouls. Has a nice flow to the game and not a lot of whistles, and we get this over really, really quick.
Well, I just hate the offensive foul. I mean, running into someone or standing there and falling is not a defensive play.
Oh, now you say that.
Yeah, I don't
say
like
it now.
that. I mean, I'm out the game now, so I can do that. But
I would have had 90,000 points there.
I just like to see the high-flying blocks.
Yeah.
I like guys.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Utah, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah.
Big dividends.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Quinn Snyder gave me a few moments to catch up with him. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to...
Second in assists. And they had the second most transition points in the league. I mean, you had to strap it on tight when you played these guys because they were coming right at you.
And that block shot ranking, really something to highlight. Their ability to contest and deny shots around the rim was
For Derrick Rose. Freak dishes to Snell. Hits it from three-point range. Now here's Freak, defended by Hayward. Will it go? And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Freak. Gibson. And Derek Favors, known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his...
I just want to get better.
Well, the desire is there and sounds like the commitment.
Better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Livingston dishes to Freak. Wasted no time on that one.
in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time. He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
And a wide open look for Freak. That drops and it comes off the assist
for their offense.
Freak kicks to Gibson. Elbow shot is on the way. Good, he hits the jump shot. Down low, and it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Gasol.
That trip, they've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit. He's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish.
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get defense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Left side Gasol, looking to end the run. That's good on the... Floats one, and with that, the Utah lead is cut down now to just 3. Spires, and we're going to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And here's Freak. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
And so it's Chicago winning this one. Clark a double.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith with Derrick Rose. He was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight, stepping into more of a leadership role in this performance tonight.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, it was the Bucks in their last game with a loss to the Raptors at Air Canada Center. Disappointing overtime loss, trying to keep fresh physically and mentally for this one. The Bucks made the move to acquire Michael Carter-Williams. He had some big moments for them so far. Jason Kidd wants to mold him as their point guard of the future. Do you see that working out?
I think it could work out. You know why? Because he plays like his coach a little bit. You know, he has a similar style of play, and hopefully he could have a career like Jason Kidd. That would be great. But he looks to make plays first for his teammates and then his self second. But if he develops his jump shot, that will be the difference.
No, he's what I call a fast first type point guard. You know, helps set up their wing players. MCM, he's the guy to do that. Great work by
The Bulls play.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in there. Terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball.
Game against Milwaukee here. It's their first look at the Bucks.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last.
Freak passes to Gibson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, too. Here's Portis. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. He hits Freak, top of the key. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
He's perfect from the line for his first points of the game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead. With the
Giannis Antetokounmpo. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Calderon in for Michael Carter-Williams. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. There's Freak. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
He's in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. Gibson the screen. Freak passes to Gibson. And that one is stuffed right through.
Major lapse.
Butler kicks to Livingston. Takes the 13-footer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Right there.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Freak and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention.
Livingston dishes to Freak. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Freak. Freak scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very... It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
And what was the attitude of the team?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan. Pau Gasol.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.